Hey everybody, how's it going? I am Nuke for Prayers and this is XCOM 2. And now I'm going to be quiet until the end of the intro.
Excitement continues to build as city centers across the globe prepare for the 20th anniversary of Unification Day.
Thousands line up at the site of the Great Accord, celebrating the formation of the Advent Coalition.
Keeping with their promise to humanity, 12 new gene therapy clinics will be opening in select cities by the end of the new year.
Despite the attempted attack by fringe elements, operations at the new facility in Paris thankfully remain unaffected.
In response to the unprovoked intrusion on the eve of our most beloved celebration, the speaker reaches out to us.
A small number of dissidents again repeat the mistakes of the old world.
Striking as we celebrate a benevolent savior who time and again offers only friendship and compassion.
Yet these trivial actions could never break the bond between humanity and the Elders.
Peacekeeping forces have already made several preemptive arrests of known collaborators. Advent again assures all citizens that today's celebrations will continue as planned.
Perfect.
The Advent administration reminds you to report all suspicious activity. Only together can we build a better tomorrow.
Approaching position. You were right. They've definitely got their hands full today.
Stay focused. Prep gatecrasher.
60 seconds. Now.
Signal received. Loud and clear. Okay, Gatecrasher. Your turn.
Okay, this is the tutorial mission. Now every movement on this mission is fixed. You can't deviate from what they tell you to do. They tell you to shoot who you're supposed to shoot and who and where you're supposed to move.
Before they figure out what we're up to.
This part of the game just teaches you the basics. Things like you can move 2 actions per turn per character.
Grab some cover near that low wall.
There's systems like cover, half cover and full cover. Full cover gives you more defense. Half cover doesn't give you quite as much, so it's not as good to stay behind it, but it's still something. It's better than nothing. Being left in the open is a very bad idea.
It's better than nothing. But see if you can't find a safer position further out.
Looks like full cover ahead. Moving out.
And that's what this bit's trying to tell you now, is that you should hide behind full defense. It is much better for you.
Crasher 2, stay close. Keep pace with Crasher 1.
You can use up both actions in one turn, which is what they do here. And then it goes into a cutscene.
They're holding position. We're gonna have to go through them. Stay out of sight until we're ready to strike.
Copy that.
Keep to the shadows.
Now this mechanic is where you are technically hidden until they see you. It occurs in some missions that you are concealed. So as long as you stay outside of that red zone, then if you stay outside of that red zone, you will not be detected and you can move freely.
Don't get too close. They'll be spotted for sure and we'll
It allows you to set up things like ambushes or preparation for actual attack. See, alien activity is their turn, and you got another cutscene.
Remind me to thank the old man.
You and me both. We're not out of the woods yet. We need to take out those remaining soldiers.
I've got the trap on him. Permission to engage.
See, the intro for the old man was, as he calls him, the old man. The guy is called Central. Is to allow these guys to sneak into this facility. As you have now been detected, so it will be a turn-based fight system. They just tell me about losing concealment.
They can see you now. How about you all shoot first and celebrate later? No problem.
Now, as you can see, I can move and then shoot in a turn. Or I can go into something called Overwatch as well, which they go into a little bit later. Now, being the tutorial, you automatically kill that guy. And then it becomes their turn. Now, as you can see, he missed. This person here now has decided to flank my character. So she dies, and then the other guy gets angry at that, and you move up to flank their character. Flanking increases your chances of hitting people, it also increases the chances of doing critical damage to them. So it is a good idea, if you can, to get into a flanking position, but you have to be careful not to get flanked yourself. So I get to kill this guy, and then it becomes the alien's turn, to which there is another cutscene.
They're closing in on me. At least we know where they are.
She's calling reinforcements. Stop that. Transmission.
Central, reporting in.
You're late. What have you been doing down there?
Taking in the sights.
What the hell are these things?
They're us. At least there used to be. Human hybrid soldiers. Advent's reward for obedience and service.
We've all heard rumors. I just never believed it was true.
No one wanted to. But we find what we're looking for today. I promise you that's gonna change. Let's move.
Looks like that transmission went through.
Now a signal flare like that means reinforcements going to be coming, but I have 2 extra people in my squad. Central and Kelly, I think her name is. Now that guy was the Advent guy was a human that has been genetically altered by the aliens. The premise of this game is that after the first game the XCOM project failed and it lost. So the aliens, we surrendered to the aliens as such, I think it is, or formed an alliance with them or something. Nice little dive through the window. Now as you can see there is an item on the floor, which is what they're telling me now is that I can go and pick that up as long as I stand within that 9 square radius. And I can pick that up and then I can carry on moving. The aliens get to come in these nice little dropships. I don't know who put the flare down for them to actually see it, but we'll accept that, I suppose. So now they have reinforcements. That one guy was in Overwatch, so when one of them moves, he will actually be able to take a shot at them.
Now I know we're in the right place.
To which he is successful.
Well done. Fall back to our position.
Just go. I'll try to stall him here.
So he's decided he's going to try and hold off the reinforcements while Central and Kelly achieve the objective. Now I can only shoot at the one person here, to which I miss.
I'm going for the door.
So now she has to hack the door, which is a guaranteed hack, but then you get chances of getting an extra reward. Now in this case the rewards are 6% and 3%, so it's pretty much impossible. When you hack, you get this little system override minigame. Each one will give you a reward. I figured because the chances were very low that I would go for the highest one. No, I didn't actually, I went for the lowest one, I lie. And I didn't get it, but I still unlocked the door.
We're in.
Good. Let's go.
Now I have to move Central to this spot.
Moving to secure the baggage.
Let's hope our intel was good.
This is the place.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Looks like there's an access panel attached. If you got me a better look, I might be able to...
Next time. Let's get out of here.
Right, so they were after a person, and that person is yourself, the commander from the first game.
The entire Advent security grid just lit up. Firebrand is holding nearby for evac, but it's not...
As you can see, they introduced a mechanic to pick up bodies this time. You can pick up alive and dead people. Very useful mechanic. As the guy outside gets killed.
No! Central! Crasher 1 is down.
And now this one's going to put a bit of pressure on Kelly. As you see, because he already moved twice, or used his 2 actions, he couldn't shoot at the end of his run. So now I have to move Kelly to here.
Got it covered.
And now it's telling me that I can blow up a wall with a grenade.
Fire in the hole.
Very nice feature that is, the ability to blow up the scenery.
Works for me.
Now I have to move Bradford, or Central as he's known as, outside.
Almost there. Stay focused.
As you can see, he moves slower and he's not able to shoot when he's carrying someone, but you can drop a person, but it will cost an action. Now the aliens start moving in.
They're right behind us.
I say aliens, they are human as well, but you know,
Way too close.
we'll call them aliens. Bradford takes a hit like a champion.
Firebrand, this is Gatecrasher. We need an immediate evac. Get us out
And now they introduce you to the evacuation mechanic. You can call for the extraction by throwing down a flare, and then your Sky Ranger will pick you up.
Keep moving.
You don't need to tell me twice.
So you move Bradford to the extraction. You then tell him you can leave, and that is mission successful.
There's potentially decades of atrophy to contend with.
Wish we had more time.
I don't disagree.
But as it stands now, we risk losing the patient if we don't begin the removal procedure immediately.
We're ready.
Good. Then let's get on with it.
Remarkable.
Just like 20 years ago. We were still calling it a war back then. We had no idea what was coming.
Response from the cerebral cortex. Good. Prepping for cranial intrusion. I've managed to identify the connection. Preparing to make final incision.
These readings are getting really erratic.
Of course they are. These implants were never designed to be removed. We are risking severe...
No plan B here, people. Do it.
Doctor! No signal.
Pupillary response normal. Vital stabilizing. Procedure complete.
Told him it would take more than that to keep you down. Welcome back, Commander. Glad to see you're finally coming out of it. Don't envy the headache you must have, though. Still, can't fault Dr. Tygan. Especially as no one's even attempted something like this before. Easy. We're still not entirely sure what they did to you. That chip was buried halfway into your skull. Lost a lot of good soldiers looking for you over the years. Almost gave up hope you were still out there. Acted on the intel as soon as I got word. Not sure what you remember, but a lot's changed. Did the best I could, but the last 20 years have been tough without you. You feel like catching up. Shen has the archive up and running on your terminal. Otherwise, I'd go see Dr. Tygan when you're ready. There's some things you should know. He'll be better at explaining them than me. It's damn good to have you back, Commander.
impressive, isn't it? Capable of generating immense power, yet completely harmless to human life. If only the same could be said for the rest of the aliens' technology, Commander. Dr. Richard Tigan, Chief Science Officer. I am responsible for the entirety of our research here, as well as the procedure you so recently underwent. Welcome to my lab, such as it is. I'm not sure what Central may have told you, but we found something while removing you from the alien stasis suit. A device implanted directly in your occipital lobe. Had I access to the equipment available to me during my tenure at Advent, I would already know the precise nature of its function. However, given time and your approval, of course, Commander, I assure you, I will find out. Which brings to light an additional point. Though aspects of this facility are indeed impressive, I am but one man. Were you to direct additional support personnel and resources to me, I could substantially improve the speed of all our research. Farewell, Commander.
I heard you, Shen. When we get the thing, you'll be the first to know.
Attention. Unauthorized presence detected.
Commander, give me a second. Execute Echelon Protocol.
Attention. Senior Command Exchange confirmed.
I had wanted that to be a little more ceremonious, but we've got something. A local resistance cell just located this hybrid magnetic power converter that Shen's been pushing us to find. They tracked the device to a nearby Advent convoy and are attempting to take it down. If we can bring this converter back in one piece, we might actually get this place up and running and give the aliens a real war for a change. The squad is prepped and ready to launch on your order, Commander. Just give the word.
And this is the second mission of the game. You have to retrieve an alien device, which they give you the people, and you get to control the people fully this time instead of being told what to do and when.
Need to recover that converter at all costs. Commander, getting a fix on the device, but it looks like it may have been damaged during the fight. Energy readings are going crazy. I'm guessing we don't have much time before it explodes.
Now this mission also introduces you to the new concept they added to the game, which is the turn limit.
Jen's working on a way to stabilize that thing, provided we can get close enough to access its core. Stay in the shadows until we can get a better read on the situation.
Now, personally, I think the turn limit is not the best decision, but because a lot of people like to take their time with games like these, and it kind of forces rushing, which is what they wanted from the game anyway. I decided to move into the trees and run along the tree line instead of running along the main road, as I felt that it was better cover. Now, as you can see, they're telling me about that you could set up for an ambush.
Officers seem more capable than the grunts. We're not sure whether to chalk it up to training or stricter mind control. Commander, we have a chance to do some serious damage here. Before jumping into combat, let's make sure we make the most of our advantage.
I kept them close to the road, but not so close to the road that they were in the middle of it and wide open to being killed.
Got it. Moving.
As you can see, because they can't see me at the moment, they're just patrolling as if it's a normal day, ignoring the fact that the device is going to explode in 7 turns.
On my way.
That's affirmative.
Go, go, go.
And I kept moving them up slowly, and I started putting them on Overwatch at this point just in case, because I was a lot closer to their view. But they continued to walk away, so it wasn't so bad. Now with 5 turns left, I just kept advancing. Trying to be sure that I was staying out of their range. Being ready in case they were able to see me at some point.
Okay, you should be able to hack into that thing's safety protocols and stabilize it. Shen is uploading the fix right now.
Now I have to get next to the device and hack it with the little mobile computer thing that you have, the little tablet.
Moving out.
As you can see, they're way out of the way now, so they're not really an issue at the moment, but they might become a bit of an issue later on. I kept advancing. Made sure I had a good view of the device before I decided to crack it. And as you can see, I discovered some more people right next to it, so it was good that I didn't run straight in.
Getting it done.
I tried to get the closer people behind full cover, and as you can see, they're starting to make their way back now, so they may become an issue.
Commander, we're running out of time here. If we don't stabilize the converter soon, I don't think...
He's panicking because there's only 3 turns left, which is plenty of time. So I put one in Overwatch, and I started setting up an ambush at this point. Putting people in Overwatch ready, and then when the first person gets discovered, they will all attack.
Roger, I've got my eyes on.
And see, it's quite a big range, but it was a good chance, so I went for it. And I got a full hit straight away, so now they've discovered me and we'll start running. And because my people are in Overwatch, they will fire back. And as you can see, I got a second kill.
These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with. They're disciplined and well equipped, but their obedience makes them predictable.
And now more Overwatch. And both of them missed. It was quite a big distance. I wasn't expecting to hit them as I'd already killed 2 people in the one turn, so killing 3 would have been really lucky. And now they get to fire on me. He marked the target behind full cover, making her a bit more vulnerable. But missed her anyway, which is good. Now he pushed up and I started getting a bit worried about this guy because he was really close. And as you can see, he managed to hit the target.
Position confirmed.
But now it's given me the opportunity to flank him because he came so close to me. And I thought I'd run in and do the hack with this guy while I was able to.
Might be something interesting here.
Removing the turn limit so I could just focus on killing the rest of the enemies. And because the hacks were so difficult, I went for the highest one just for the hell of it. Obviously I didn't get it. Now I started positioning myself ready for both this turn and the next turn.
Well done. Readings are returning to normal. Well, mostly normal. Firebrand is en route, but I wouldn't take any chances. Eliminate all remaining hostiles in the area before evac. Rangers are uniquely equipped for close quarters combat.
Now I thought I would shoot him with the person he shot, as she had the shotgun. Closer range, much more damage, very nice. And then I put this person on Overwatch just to protect her from being flanked by this one. And as you can see, he tries running off the other direction instead.
Come on, focus.
Ended up missing his shot because that guy's got some pretty decent cover. Now at this point I was worried about going across the road just in case there were more enemies over there. So I tried to keep around this side, and obviously this one had a critical hit, so really helped against that enemy. And then I decided to bring this one across to give him the ability to critically hit as well with the flank. To which he succeeds.
Hostile neutralized. Toss me some ammo.
And as you can see, I got an item that I can pick up, so I decided to run behind this cover. And I pick up 2 items, which is nice.
I'm sure the docs will want to see this.
I don't know why I moved, but it was a bit of a silly decision, but I thought I would stick with it, just in case someone was across the road. And as you see, they weren't across the road, they were right next to him. As you see, she got a shot off and actually hit the alien, so he took quite a bit amount of damage, good hit on the sectoid, which makes the rest of the game quite a bit easier.
Closing on target position now. I'll get him next time.
And as you see, I missed that shot. Now I figured my priority here was to take down the sectoid. With his psychic abilities, he could be a real pain in the later part of the fight. But I wanted to keep the Advent soldiers covered, so I moved her over to the other side of the road. That way they couldn't run around the side to flank, and she managed to kill that one, which was absolutely brilliant.
Hostile neutralized. Negative ammo. I'm spent.
I kept this guy on Overwatch just in case. And as you see, he tries to do a shot, or is it a she? No, it's a she, sorry. She tries to do a shot and misses, which could be fatal, but who knows. And he mind controls her. Now this guy could be a bit of an ace in the hole, but luckily he ends up missing.
They're all over me.
And luckily she didn't get to move this turn, but if I don't kill the sectoid this turn, she will get to move and could do some real damage from behind.
Affirmative. Moving out.
So I decided to go point blank and just shoot him in the face, which killed him outright. So now she's no longer under the mind control. And then I decided to just melee this guy because he is only a weaker enemy. And that was the last person, and I ended up only getting 1 wounded soldier and no one killed, which was a great result.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
That was a really good run. I was very comfortable with it, and it was a very successful mission. So Operation Holy Wanderer was a success. Now this is the last scene I will be able to speak before the cutscenes come on for the rest of the video. So I'm going to say before the end, thank you for watching. This video was a bit long-winded because of all the introduction cutscenes to the game. The next videos will not be as long-winded or as long as this one, hopefully. If you want information about how to be created in the game, refer to episode 0 and it will give you the information. I hope you like the idea of a new series on this channel, because I need to branch out from Fallout, and I hope that you will embrace it as much as you have embraced the Fallout videos, unless you're new to the channel, in which I say welcome. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.
Why are you all just standing around? It's perfect. Come on, let's get it inside.
Okay, Reworked your repulsors with some of the parts I salvaged from their old engine. Should fix that stabilization problem you had. Come on, Rover. It'll work. Commander! Getting our tech to talk to theirs is harder than you'd think. Lily Shen, Chief Engineer, at your service. You were probably expecting to see my father. In all that's happened, I'm guessing Central didn't tell you yet. He's gone. Dad gave everything he had to get us this far. This entire ship is his life's work. I know he would have loved to show you around the place himself. He used to talk about you a lot. You can be sure I'm ready to finish what he started. Might not look it, but from here, I can fabricate pretty much anything you come up with. And with a little more help, well, you'd be amazed with what I can do. It was an honor to finally meet you, Commander.
So much of my own research based upon this simple design. If only I had known. Ah, Commander, excellent timing. There's been some progress. I've managed to break down several key components of the chip implanted into your skull. My analysis reveals that its primary function was that of a conduit, passing a vast amount of data directly to your cerebral cortex. With the primary connection severed, much of that data is lost. Several fragments do remain, however. Ghosts, if you will. Observe. Tactical combat simulations. War games. The sheer volume of encounters you were processing was astounding. It is truly remarkable that you survived as long as you did. Though this may seem disconcerting, there is still some good news. This chip bears a striking resemblance to a medical implant I briefly assisted in developing at the gene therapy clinic in New Providence. My understanding was that the implants were intended for high-ranking Advent officers only, captains or above. Retrieving a chip from such an officer would be the only way to know for certain. A greater understanding of these implants would undoubtedly benefit us all, Commander.